We have a potential major problem. Fresh magma at potentially quite shallow depths is flowing beneath, or at least in close proximity to, an African town with a population of 4,000. This is occurring within Ethiopia's equivalent of Death Valley, the Danakil Depression, where a presumably shallow dike of magma has lengthened this week by more than 20 miles or 32 kilometers and is now within close proximity to Erta town, shown here. Social media photos show that this dike has created multi-meter wide fissures or cracks in the ground from which gas has risen out of, and if Iceland's recently formed cracks related to dike formation are anything to go off of, these cracks could be well over 90 meters or 295 feet deep. Now, I want to note that I am currently quite limited with my ability to locate where exactly this dike has gone. For example, it could already be beneath the town, or it might be further away than I originally thought. A problem is that a strong windstorm seemingly knocked out internet to the area, and thus on-the-ground communication to people is currently not possible. The unusual volcanic activity has not caused any damage to the town or its people, at least not yet, so if you see social media footage showing widespread damage in that region, the damage was caused by the storm and not the volcanic activity. With that out of the way, I have highlighted the portion of the dike segment I am 100% sure of in green, and the segment I am using my best guess to map that could be very wrong in yellow. This massive 40-kilometer or 25-mile-long dike of magma has all formed since July 14th. On that date, tourists near the erupting Erta shield volcano summit watched as the crater floor of both the north and south craters rapidly collapsed, seemingly losing more than 250 feet in height in the time span of only a few minutes. Minor explosive activity occurred alongside this, with rare 150-meter-high Hawaiian-style lava fountains occurring alongside the ash emissions. Ash emissions are an extreme rarity for this almost completely effusive and almost never explosive volcano. Unknown at the time, large volumes of magma withdrawal to the south that initiated dike formation at shallow depths was ongoing, involving, and I want to stress that this is an absolute minimum figure that is probably an order of magnitude too low, at least 14.2 million cubic meters of magma. Later in the day, some of this magma emerged at a spot 5.3 kilometers to the south-southeast, erupting as a fissure 150 meters lower than Erta's summit. As the dike continued to expand, more fissures and thus lava erupted, creating multiple advancing basaltic lava flows, with one fissure almost invading the separate highly gooby volcano. Throughout the remainder of the next day, lava flows advanced as much as 2,300 meters from their source, covering an area of 0.76 square kilometers. If we assume that the erupted magma thickness throughout this lava flow averaged 5 meters, this means it involved 3.8 million cubic meters of lava, a figure notably lower than our minimum 14.2 million cubic meter withdrawal volume. That flank eruption soon ended as the magma that fed it vanished, moving further down rift to the south-southeast. The magma dike then continued to expand at a rate of 4.2 kilometers a day until at around noon local time on July 22nd, it reached the outskirts of Erta town, forming fissures and cracks in the ground and releasing gas emissions. I have been unable to determine if further expansion has occurred since, but what I can say is that this massive magma dike is historically unprecedented in terms of its scope and scale at Erta in particular. Its mere existence almost blinds the line between several regional distinct volcanoes, although its existence might help explain why so many young lava flows exist on highly gooby, despite it not having a dated historical eruption. These lavas could actually be from Erta in past similar lengthy dike intrusion events, although this is speculation. I also want to speculate that with the apparent lack of earthquakes and the fact that a caldera has not formed due to the magma withdrawal, that what is occurring in the last week might be similar to what the Democratic Republic of the Congo's Nyiragongo volcano experiences, albeit involving far more viscous and thus slower moving magma. During Nyiragongo's prior flank eruptions, earthquakes seemingly signaled two magma dikes, one that erupted on the surface and stayed at shallower depths, and another at deeper depths which remained at those depths, but traveled to much more substantial distances away from the volcano. Something similar might be happening here, although the occurrence of these cracks leads me to believe that molten rock is, in my opinion, at a maximum of 8 kilometers depth near Erta town. Stay tuned for more updates.